Everyone, welcome back to the NFA Review channel. Today we're going to cover a really interesting product from a cool dude, veteran owned and operated. Actually, they're moving their operations from North Carolina down here to Florida. The owner is Jim Lane, and this is the Cry Havoc Tactical QRB, or Quick Release Barrel. Now, some of you, if you were paying attention, you watched my last video till the very end with the CGS Group Helios QD. I actually showed you a little sneak peek of this product. So today we're going to cover it in detail, of course, and then we're going to go hit that range and see how it does. Let's go ahead and open it up. All right, let's go ahead and see what it comes with. We have the QRB assembly, packaging here. We have the gas tube extension, and instructions. Very detailed instructions, which we're not going to cover too much detail today because, of course, if you do buy this kit yourself, you're going to be able to go through this on your own, take your time, and install it correctly. But I do want to cover this product in detail. Let's just go ahead and set this aside for right now. All right, from the top, you have the barrel plate, which is constructed of 6061 T6 aluminum with a Type 3 hardcoat anodizing on it. You also have the receiver plate. Okay, this will be on the receiver side of the gun, also 6061 T6 aluminum with hardcoat anodizing. You have the star nut, a gas tube extension, and then a gas tube in the size that you choose. So that is essentially the QRB kit. Now this is the standard kit. They also have a 2-pin military kit. And what by that, I mean there is a pin here that corresponds with the hole on the receiver plate, making it easier to align, make sure everything's good lined up before you clamp it down. Now the military version has a second pin here, enabling you to do this in the dark, in the rain, under stress environments. You can put the barrel on real quick, lock it in, align it a lot easier than the standard version. I actually have two of the military versions here, and that's what we're going to be using out on the range when we're done here in the studio. Now I mentioned military. This is in use in 2,700 ejection seat survival kits with the United States Air Force under the designation GAU-5A survival rifle. Essentially, what it is a M4 carbine with this kit installed, the military version, and then I believe they have 4 FDE magazines and some other gear. I think even the pistol grip on the carbine folds as well. So this is a very compact unit when it's all said and done, which is exactly why you would be buying a break barrel system for your gun to convert it in that manner. So, this actually sits in a little package underneath their ejection seat. So if they do need to eject out of the aircraft behind enemy lines and they're being chased by a sniper wearing a tracksuit, at least they will already have this system with them. They can put it together rapidly and defend themselves. So very cool, very neat unit. They approached me to do a review a while ago, and we're finally getting everything put together, and I'm happy to show it here on the channel because, like I said, I already used it on the last review and it worked flawlessly. It was very cool. Even when it was warm and hot, we were able to disconnect and reconnect it. There was no expanding metal problems or anything like that. So really cool unit, but let's go ahead and continue on here. This will work with any free float handguard that is 2 inches wide or less. And it'll also work with different calibers and direct gas, impingement, and blowback. So, you know, your 22 uppers, 9mm, 40-45, all your pistol calibers, as well as 5.56, 308, 6.5 Creedmoor, anything along those lines, this system will work with. Now, of course, with the medium calibers like the 308, 6.5 Creedmoor, they do have a 308 version for your AR-10 variants. I actually have one up here, so it would work with this. You get a probably looks like you do a different handguard on there because this one kind of overlaps the receiver, and you can use it on a 308 platform. So pretty cool. So 5.56, 308 compatible, direct impingement, and blowback compatible. Now, given you're already a subscriber of my channel, point of impact shift and repeatability is probably already on your mind, and it is something obviously that was built, designed into the system. I mean, if the United States Air Force adopted this, I'm pretty sure that the point of impact shift is minimal, and if so, repeatable. So in fact, Jim sent me a whole bunch of targets with the completed kits that he already built for me to make my life a lot easier. That way I didn't have to go building a bunch of rifles for you guys to review. He sent me a 5.56 version and an identical upper, receiver, everything in 300 blackout. Tested it before he sent me to confirm that there was no point of impact shift issues. So as of now, they do not sell it as a complete upper. I talked to him about that, told him it'd be pretty cool if they did that. He does have another company that he owns that he can do that on. So I'll go ahead and link that in the description below if you just want to buy it without having to assemble it on your own gun. But it's really not hard to do. I glanced over the instructions. If you can put together an AR, you can certainly add this into your existing system. It's not hard at all. It's not a big deal. Another big thing that this definitely helps with is cleaning. Now I already have this one. Let's see, this is the 300 blackout upper. We probably shot 150 rounds through this when we reviewed the CGS group Helios QD. And let's see, bolt back, weapon clear, empty. Just to show you here, I'll show you some B-roll here of this. But you can easily take this off with one hand. If you practice, I'm kind of like doing it here while filming, and it just pulls off like so. You can see how easy this can make your life to clean here. I mean, you can get into the barrel extension, run your rod through there, get it all clean, put it all back together. It really makes things easy. I'll show you some close-ups here around the gas tube. You do have a little gas leakage here around the gas tube. That's to be expected with this design because you do have this gas tube extension here that is interfacing with that system. There are no O-rings, but it does go down pretty deep. Let me move this clamp out of the way. And by that I mean that this gas tube slides into the extension pretty far, it looked like. So what we got here? Yeah, so I'll show you another close-up here. So, I mean, some gas leakages to be expected. I did not notice any increase in sound like you would a piston-driven system bleeding gas off the front of the gun. Those are inherently louder shooting suppressed. I didn't notice any discomfort or any issues with the gas leakage there around the front. But again, very easy to remove. You just got to make sure when you pull the clamps out of the way to just to make sure that they're out of the way. I also found it makes it easier to kind of throw some lube on the outer diameter of the barrel extension. It makes it a lot easier in the field. Slides in really nice. Now what I was saying earlier about the military version, this has the 2-pin version. Again, I'll show you another close-up there. So you can just rotate this around. So I can literally, I'll do it right now. Clamps are out of the way. I'll close my eyes. There it goes, it locked. Let's see if I can do it. Yeah, so, I mean, you could literally do this at night. Say you went down at night, say you're using this for hiking or coyote hunting, whatever you want to do. This is in a small pack and you need to assemble it out in the woods at night. Very, very simple to install, and it literally takes no instruction. I didn't even look at the instructions when these uppers came in. I put them on the gun and I'm like, okay, well, pretty self-explanatory, which is why I didn't really cover it with you yet. I mean, it's 2 quick release levers. You pull each side. You'll see these little clamp arms. Once they move out of the way, you can just kind of flick them out of the way with your hand. The whole unit comes apart. And look how compact that is. Now that is with a full length stock. If I grab, say, this with the MVB Industries ARC stock, okay, now if you forget everything that's on the other side of my hand there, much more compact setup. Very, very compact. So pretty cool piece of kit. I mean, this isn't the first takedown rifle I've had on my channel. If you guys remember the DRD Paratus and all those videos with those large guns with the cases, this is even more compact because of how it breaks down. So, and it's faster. Remember, the DRD used a spin nut to put it on. So you had to slide the barrel in, lock nut it, use a wrench, slide the handguard over, and then lock the handguard in place. This is essentially putting the handguard and the lock nut and the barrel all in one movement. So instead of 3 steps, you just have 1. And let's just throw it on, lock it in. And before we go, I wanted to mention you can order different barrel plates. So you can order another assembly and of course have it on 300 blackout, 5.56, because you're going to be using the same bolt face, the same receiver and magazines. So you can just buy 1 QRB kit and then a second barrel plate and you can build 2 systems in one. So pretty cool. To check out more information on their stuff, go check out Cry Havoc Tac cryhavoctac.com. So that's cryhavoctac.com. Pretty cool. I have not set up a discount yet for my patrons. I'm trying to work on that for you guys so we can get a little bit of a discount knocked off for my gold members on Patreon. You guys have been great supporting the channel, and I want to try to drive as many discounts to you as I can. Speaking of which, it's really not that expensive for the amount of engineering and R&D that went into this. It's a very, very well machined piece of kit. This is not cheap. It's very well done. Comes in at a retail price of $379 starting, and then it goes up from there for the 2-pin version. They also have Cerakote options, and of course the 308 version that I mentioned earlier. So I believe that's all we can cover here in the studio. Makes your life more compact, easier to clean, and you can change caliber conversions a lot easier. So let's cut this studio a little short than usual, and we're gonna grab the 2 guns, a bunch of ammo, and go to the range and have some fun. We're gonna check for point of impact shift, and of course just changing them out as we go to make sure that everything works under extreme stress like heat cycles and stuff like that. So let's go have some fun, let's go do some shooting, and let's see how it does. All right, guys, we made it out to the range. Just do a quick accuracy test. Now, you know, we could do this at 100 yards, put it in a ransom rest to really squeeze every ounce of accuracy out of it. However, none of you at home are going to be using this in that manner. This is going to be in some sort of, you know, small pack behind the seat of your truck, in a storage compartment on your boat. Something of that manner is what this is designed for. And given the 300 blackout platform that I have set up in this manner, it's more for close quarters battle. We're gonna check it at 25-yard accuracy standing. I just did some shots off camera, made sure everything's kosher on my end. We are using the Discreet Ballistics 220 grain subsonic pills with the, let's see, this has a Ballistic Advantage barrel on it, and then we have a Rugged Suppressor's razor on the end. So let's go ahead and give it a shot. What I'm gonna do is I'm going to shoot 3 rounds. I'm gonna record with my other camera up close shots of what the group looked like. We're gonna disconnect everything, put it back on, and then shoot it again and see if anything changed. Let's go ahead and get to it. All right. All right, let's go take a look. We had 2 good close hits right here, and then I had 1 flyer, so that's gonna be my fault. So I'm more concerned now with these 2 shots if we're gonna have any changes here. So yeah, let's go ahead and give it another try. All right. Need a table out here to set all this stuff down. Weapon clear, bolt back, it's on safe. Let's disconnect everything here. All right. See what I can do. Man, this trigger sucks. All right, let's go ahead and take a look. All right. All right. Yeah, 1, 2, 3. So these are my first 2, or these are my first 3 shots here. Here's my second 3. You know, I am standing in a field with a mil-spec trigger, a mil-spec full auto trigger at that. And yeah, let's go ahead and do another test. I'm gonna respray paint this, and we're gonna do a 5-shot group session, see what that does. All right, 5-shot group. What do we got? Looks like we stacked one of them. Looks like that might be a double hit note right here. So we got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Not bad. So as long as we can stay within that box, then we're good to go. All right, let's see if we can do another 5-shot string. Gotta make this weapon safe. Make sure you do that, guys, at home. I mean, when you start taking apart this barrel and stuff, just make sure you check it, make sure everything's clear. So it seems like the best way to do this is not to have it hanging upright, because these latches will keep falling in the way. So do it facing the ground and just flip them down and off, and then it just comes right off, just like that. This thing is cool. All right. And then you can swing it up, push these clamps in, and then roll your fingers forward. Simple. And if you haven't already found out, I am using my lapel mic right now, guys, so the suppression and the shots are sounding a lot different than you're used to on my channel, but that's because I'm conversing with you. There's no point in listening to the suppression here for this review. So a little different than what you're used to. All right. I think I pulled that one right. Oh, wow. Completely missed. Good thing I loaded more ammo up. All right, that should have been 5 on steel. Weapon was empty. Let's go record what we have. Yeah, I knew I pulled those. Damn it. But let's see what we got. I'm gonna have to do a side-by-side here and edit this on the screen. But for the shots that I knew I pulled, yeah, it's still clustering here. We got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 shots, 8, 9. We had the one that missed. And then there might be another one stacked in here I just can't see. So I'm gonna call it a success. I mean, if this thing was really changing point of impact, I mean, you could obviously tell these are flyers because I still wouldn't be able to cluster anything here. You know, I would either have all the groupings here or the groupings here. So there's no shift going on. Of course, on paper, it'd be a lot easier to see, but we just didn't have that luxury today, especially with all this stuff going on. We just had to get out here and get this review done for you guys. But yeah, it's definitely accurate. I'm gonna let the wife play with it for a while. She came out here to help me film today, and she has never even taken apart or assembled this gun, so I'm gonna let her try it without any instructions, see what she can do. All right, let's see what you got.
All right, just look at it here. Looks like those little things go in those little pins go in those little holes, right?
Yeah, I don't know, you tell me.
Nope, that got in the way. Whoops.
Remember, I gave her 0 instruction on this at all.
This little thing catches on that silver thing, it looks like.
Yeah.
A little edge.
That's it. That's all there is to it. Pretty simple.
Easy peasy.
You want to shoot it?
Lemon squeezy, sure.
All right, let's see what you got. There you go. Nice. You want to let it rip on full auto?
Nah.
Oh, come on. Damn, girl. Ah, pulled it. Pulled it left.
Didn't want to hit
The dragonfly? Oh my god. All right, I'll dump it in full auto. Dragonfly. That is oddly satisfying. All right, let's give the 5.56 version a try. Again, ballistic advantage barrel. We have the Helios DT on the end, and we're shooting 55 grain M193 ball. go check it out. First grouping, 5 shots. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Yep. All right, let's leave that how it is. Oh my God. Oh boy. Whoops. This one's a little tighter on the 5.56. All right. Oh, the bolt shut. Looks good, looks good. All right. God, this trigger does suck. Check it out. Let's see. Yeah, I knew I was shooting a little lower. I believe these are new. And then these, so 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, or maybe 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. I'll have to do a side-by-side comparison here on the screen, but yeah. I'm gonna call that successful. I know this isn't, 100% conclusive here, guys, but we're just making it work with what we have out here and what makes most sense for this platform. Pretty badass platform, and I'm not seeing any significant shifting. Again, standing and shooting, so. All right, husband versus wife. We're gonna race to see who can put it together the fastest. She's shaking her head behind the camera. The magazine is empty. We're just doing this for fun. Weapons clear, on safe. And they're already laid out, so it should be pretty easy. Ready, set, call it.
Go.
Time. All right, you ready?
All right.
And go.
Oh. This isn't working for me.
There you go. It was
worse.
upside down, but look, the pins found it. Did you get both sides?
No.
There you go, though. It's only the second time you've ever used it. Still not bad. Second time you've ever used it. No, but I like that. I mean, it proves that, like I said in the studio, you can do it in the dark, you can do it in the fields, you can do it under stress, because you were doing it under stress technically because you were trying to beat me, and you had it upside down, spun it around, locked it in. So I like it. All right, before we call it a day, let's go ahead and get rid of these mags. I can actually see some of the projectiles in the sun. I'm sure it's not going to show up on camera, but that was pretty cool. All right, let's give our ending thoughts. Well, everyone, I hope you enjoyed the video so far. Some takeaways right off the bat. Something that I would do if you're going to run 2 barrel plate systems, so 1 upper, 2 quick release barrels, is I would laser engrave your caliber here on top of the barrel plate so you don't get it mixed up. The last thing you want to do is when you're switching around calibers at the range is accidentally throw a 300 blackout magazine in when you have your 5.56 quick change upper on. That's going to be very detrimental to you and everybody else around you, including your brand new QRB setup. So I would do that. I mean, there's nothing on this, on the handguards. The barrel you would have to really squint to see. I mean, just, you can get it laser engraved, maybe put one of those bands on here, blue for whatever, red for whatever. On the upper that he sent with it, it's labeled 5.56 on the ejection port cover, and the other one has 300 blackout. That was just to make my life easy so we could film a lot faster. But again, if you're gonna have 1 receiver setup, 2 forward setups, then you need to make sure you label it accordingly. Another thing, it does get a little warm when shooting 5.56. Of course, that's inherent with that caliber. I mean, I already melted my gloves all over this nice brand new Helios DT. I also melted my gloves last week when we filmed the Helios QD. So it's finally a little cool now. No, it is not. So you are gonna have some heat here as well on the QRB itself because it is aluminum. You're gonna have some heat transfer when shooting 5.56 because your gas tube's right here. So keep that in mind. 300 blackout, we were shooting subs, even on full auto, it was fine. But if you're gonna run this on 5.56 a lot, wear some shooting gloves, because if you do and slide your hand back on accident, it gets pretty warm back there. So also keep that in mind when packing it away for the day at the range. You don't want this to melt anything in your bag. Gas leakage was fine, wasn't annoying at all. No burning eyes, anything like that. So point of impact shift. Yeah, I didn't notice any. I mean, yes, it's not super scientific, we did what we could with what we have out here, especially, I mean, we are like burning up in the sun out here, melting in this field, but this is how I'm going to use it. I'm not going to be sitting at a bench at 100 yards of the range using this. That's pointless. That's not what this was designed for. This was designed to use on the move and pack it down in tight quarters. So, this is perfect for shit hit the fan bag for me. So my wife even said, hey, I can fit this in one of my medium to large totes. And knowing this can fit in a small lunch bag, probably a small tote. Throw a sweater on top, boom, you got a AR-15 suppressed that you can put together in seconds, even with no instructions. So pretty badass product. I do like it. I like it a lot. These are going to be seen on my channel here throughout, so you'll see them from now on, just like you did on the Helios QD video from last week. So that's all for today, guys. I hope you enjoyed the video. If you liked the video, please click the like button, the thumbs up button. It does help suggest this video for other non-subscribers to see, and that does help the traffic here on the channel. And like always, I do stick around in the comment section on YouTube for a couple days after uploading. So if you have any questions, leave them below, and I will take the time to go through everything and answer any additional questions you guys have. So again, thanks for supporting the channel. All you guys on Patreon, you guys have been doing great. You paid for all this ammo out here today so we can get this review done for you guys, even while everybody's hoarding ammo for this damn coronavirus pandemic that we're going through. We're still out here filming for you guys at home. Click that like and subscribe button, and I'll see you next time.